What if the money in your wallet or even your bank account wasn't really yours to control? What if entire national economies were being quietly steered by invisible hands, consolidating power at an unprecedented scale? This isn't speculation. This isn't a theory. The global money takeover is already in progress, and its effects are rippling through every corner of the world. Today, we're tracing the origins, the strategies, and the hidden forces driving the ultimate financial shift. The story begins over a century ago. In 1913, the Federal Reserve was created in the United States, giving a small group of financiers unprecedented control over currency and credit. Names like J.P. Morgan and Paul Varga were not just influential, they were designing a system where money could be manipulated on a global scale. But they weren't alone. Across Europe and Asia, banking dynasties, industrial empires, and central institutions quietly coordinated strategies that allowed a few to steer entire economies. Unlike wars fought with armies, this was a war fought with money, and most of the world didn't even realize it. Visual, animated map showing interlinked global financial hubs. New York, London, Zurich, Hong Kong. The twist. To the public it looked like normal economic growth. Booms, recessions, and crises appeared random, but each was carefully influenced. Each was a move in a global strategy of control. Money is more than currency. It is influence, leverage, and a weapon. With the advent of fiat currency money, backed by trust rather than gold, those who controlled central banks gained godlike powers. The ability to create wealth, inflate, or devalue currency, and steer economies without public oversight. By the early 20th century, debt and credit became the primary instruments of this silent takeover. Wars, industrial expansion, and even political coups could be financed and controlled with strategic financial moves, leaving nations unwittingly caught in the crossfire. With these tools, the architects of the global financial system orchestrated periods of immense growth. Credit exploded, stock markets soared, and fortunes multiplied, sometimes overnight. Ordinary people, believing in the fairness of the system, unknowingly became pawns in a larger game. Historical crises, the Great Depression, the post-war economic boom, even the creation of global currency systems were all part of a repeating cycle of control. The system rewarded those who understood its rules and punished those who did not. But every system reaches a breaking point. Speculation, over-leveraging, and excessive debt eventually cause collapse. The Great Depression and the 2008 meltdown were anomalous. They were lessons for those controlling the flow of money, showing how to consolidate influence and profit from both disaster and recovery. Today, with global debt surpassing $300 trillion, central banks printing money at record rates, and digital currencies emerging, the stakes are higher than ever. The same patterns are repeating, but this time on a global scale. The global money takeover isn't a future threat, it's happening now. Countries are influenced through debt, market pressure, and strategic lending. Corporations exploit new financial instruments to gain more power than ever, and digital currencies, algorithmic trading, and centralized banking policies are modern tools to consolidate influence, often without anyone noticing. Every crash, bailout, and boom is part of a repeating pattern that benefits those already in control. And while the world focuses on politics and headlines, the silent takeover marches forward, reshaping the balance of power. Money is not neutral, it is power. Whoever controls the flow of money can influence nations and societies. Crises are rarely accidental. History shows a repeating cycle of booms, busts, and bailouts designed to consolidate power. Awareness is survival. Knowledge, strategic thinking, and diversification are essential tools to navigate the global money game. The global money takeover is already underway, and most people are oblivious to the silent forces shaping their lives. Ignoring it doesn't make you safe. It ensures vulnerability. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to uncover the hidden strategies, understand the patterns, and stay one step ahead in a world where financial control is the ultimate power. The takeover is in progress, And every decision matters.